I'm Kevin Coleman with the Sata Post, and I am with Kevin Driesbach, who is involved in the events this weekend. And you've got some work going on at your place here, so we'll have to overlook the drill sounds, but can you introduce yourself?
My name is Kevin Driesbach, as you said. I am the current president of the Camp Charlotte chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution here in Circleville.
What's happening this weekend?
This weekend on Saturday, we're commemorating the 250th anniversary of Camp Charlotte. Camp Charlotte was an event that happened back in 1774. October 19th is the actual date, but the 19th is Pumpkin Show, and nothing competes with Pumpkin Show here in Circleville. So we're holding it on the 12th. We have several speakers, historians, people very knowledgeable with the Sons of the American Revolution, with the Pickaway Plains chapter, the Daughters of the American Revolution. But we do have one lady coming to speak who is a descendant of Chief Cornstalk, and she's coming all the way from California to be one of our speakers.
And Camp Charlotte was a peace treaty between Lord Dunmore and the Shawnees.
Right. Several people think that maybe Lord Dunmore was playing both sides of the fence because the Shawnees were being supplied with weapons from the British, but Dunmore led a campaign to fight with the Indians and defeat them because they kept bothering the colonists.
Especially central Kentucky?
Yeah, in Kentucky. And so there was one contingent led by General Lewis coming up from the south, and then Lord Dunmore was coming from the east. The Indians found out about it somehow, and there was a battle at Point Pleasant, West Virginia, right across the Ohio River from Gallipolis. After that battle, the Indians withdrew to their villages just south of Circleville in the Pickaway Plains, and General Lewis and his men chased them up here. Lord Dunmore came in from the east because he didn't make it to Point Pleasant, and the Indians said, "We want peace." So they met at Camp Charlotte.
That's southeast of Circleville.
It's basically more just east. It's near the intersection of Route 159 and 56.
Out towards Laurelville, Adelphi?
Not that far out, but yes.
Okay.
There is a monument there. And they set up, it's called Camp Charlotte, for one of two reasons, which we'll never know. He either named it Charlotte after the king, or after the queen, her name was Charlotte. Also, Lord Dunmore's wife was named Charlotte. There's no record as to which Charlotte he named it after.
Okay.
But they sat with the Indians for a couple of days and established a peace treaty. Part of that peace treaty was Chief Logan's famous speech under the elm tree, which is down at Logan Elm Park on State Route 361, just off of 23. Chief Logan did not want to go to the treaty because of past experience where his family had been massacred by the white man.
And to a large degree, he started that war. Some vengeance because of that.
Some people think so. He wanted peace also, but he did not want to come to the treaty. The other tribes and Indians, chiefs, said, "We won't sign a peace treaty unless Chief Logan is on board." And that's why he made his famous speech that a lot of people around here know about. A lot of people around this area know about Chief Logan, but they don't know why he made the speech. And that's why he did it.
And so, that was internationally renowned, the soliloquy.
Right. And there's a reason for that, from a young boy who worked with the Williamsburg Gazette, and he heard about the speech. He obtained a copy of it, and it was published in that paper, and that's how it started becoming. Then Thomas Jefferson saw the speech, and it kind of grew from there. So we'll talk about that. We have artifacts that will be on display made from the Logan Elm tree. We have a rifle that was made from that tree. We have a pistol. We have some tomahawks. They're all made out of wood from the Logan Elm tree, and they'll be on display.
Which it died in the 1970s?
I believe so, yes. The elm disease got it, and it has died. Unfortunately, it's no longer with us, but there are a lot of pictures of it, and it was a huge, huge tree. So we'll talk some about that. We'll talk about Lord Dunmore and all the other Indians what was going on, and it'd be a huge educational event for those that want to learn about what was going on at that time and why. Several people, some historians say yes, some historians say no, that this may have actually been the start of the Revolutionary War. The colonists were afraid to go after the British because they couldn't fight against the Indians in the West and the British on the East. They just didn't have the people. But this treaty allowed them to go after the British because they didn't have to worry about the Indians anymore.
They had been quelled.
So that kind of, you know, kind of started off the Revolutionary War. Some historians say no, some say yes. Obviously, those of us in Pickaway County say yes because it's in our backyard. But we're hoping to get people to understand what happened and the importance of what happened.
So there are 2 public events that are open to the public this weekend.
Yes, and they're free. You just come. The presentation at Ohio Christian University starts at 1 o'clock. You might want to come a little bit early if you want to see the exhibits, and then listen to all the presenters talking about everything that went on and the importance of different aspects of the Camp Charlotte Treaty.
So there'll be some interpretation, historical, describing the event, plus some ceremony too.
Right, some ceremony. There will be, like I said, one lady coming from California that is a descendant of Chief Cornstalk. She is proven through DNA somehow, and she's gonna kind of give the Indian side of the whole thing, where the rest of us are. So we don't want to call it a celebration because of offending those, you know, who lost relatives. That's why it's a commemoration of the event, because it did helpfully settle on some things going on. Then on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning, leaving from leaving from Ohio Christian University, there will be a bus tour of the various different sites that go with Camp Charlotte. We'll go to the monument on 56, we'll go to Loganell Park, we'll go to Chief Cornstalk's village, where the Grenadier Squaws village was. We'll talk about Black Mountain and point it out, and then come back to OCU. Take about an hour, I'm thinking, to visit all those sites. And it's more for the people, you know, out of town that don't know those sites, but anybody that, if you live here and didn't know what they were, where they were, or what they were, you're more than welcome. There'll be a sign-up sheet. Some people have signed up already, but there'll be a sign-up sheet that you can say, hey, I want to come on a bus tour. So we make sure we have enough room. We have a 55-passenger bus, so we should be able to fit everybody. And if not, the bus company said they'll make 2 trips, you know, so you can get on the second round if you don't get on the first round.
Okay. How can people learn more about this event?
Learn more.
Is there a website or Facebook page?
No, unfortunately there isn't. We had flyers out for people to read and just tell them, you know, hey, this event's going to happen. So if they want to learn more, they need to come and watch, or watch the presentations, learn. So like I said, 1 o'clock at Ohio Christian University. It'll be easy to find. We're going to have a town crier out front with a bell. There'll be several of us in period clothing. So, it'll be easy to spot us.
Okay. And this is being put on largely by the Sons of the American Revolution? It's
mostly, but also the Daughters of the American Revolution are also a part of it, and they're also helping to commemorate this. We have, like I said, 2 speakers are from the DAR, a couple speakers, 3 or 4 of us are from the SAR. So it's put on by all of us. It's been headed up mostly by the SAR, but our sisters at the DAR, we've included them because it's such an important event.
Well, both SAR and DAR have been active in Chillicothe, especially with the America 250 coming up.
Right, and this is part of our 250. It's the kickoff for our 250 event, if you will. It's the 250th anniversary of Camp Charlotte, and then when this is over, then we'll roll right into the 250th anniversary of our nation and start working on all those things.
Do you know if there's any websites on the Pickaway America 250?
There isn't right now. There is, if you go into the Daughters of the American Revolution or the Sons of the American Revolution, Just Google them and look at their websites. There's a lot of stuff that you can find on events that both organizations are doing to celebrate the 250th.
And what are the names of the chapters again?
It's the Camp Charlotte chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, and then the Pickaway Plains chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. And they're both from here in Circleville.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Not that I can think of. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an interesting learning event. If you're interested in history, especially local history, come out and see it, because like I said before, a lot of people know about Chief Logan, but they don't know why Chief Logan made that speech, and they have a chance to come find out why.
All right.
Huh?
Kevin Driesbach of the Sons of the American Revolution, the Camp Charlotte chapter.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.